you for being a presenter, and we look forward to your presentation at our virtual event. We want to make sure your presentation experience is smooth and looks great to our virtual audience. This short video will show you the steps for joining your session and introduce you to the key features of Aircast Studio. To help you prepare for your presentation, we'd like to share these 10 key recommendations to help you have a fantastic presentation experience. The first recommendation is to always use the right equipment for a virtual presentation. Try to always use a wired internet connection, as Wi-Fi is not ideal for streaming high-definition video. If you use Wi-Fi, your picture will at times look blurry and pixelated to your audience. Use Chrome or Edge as your browser. These browsers are fully tested and are completely compatible with the virtual platform. Close any unnecessary programs such as email, Dropbox, OneDrive, Skype, Teams, Slack, or Zoom. Running unneeded programs will divert processing power away from your presentation and can also take away needed bandwidth. Don't use a hands-free microphone and speaker, as you may get echo or sound feedback issues. It is strongly recommended to use earbuds or a headset. Our next suggestion is to carefully review your instructions to join your virtual session. There will be a link to the virtual portal, so please have these instructions handy so it's available before your session. It is always a good idea to join the virtual session early. Joining about 30 minutes before your session is highly recommended so any last-minute technical issues can be resolved. Next, please remember that you may be joining the virtual portal by signing in with your email and password or PIN, or you may be given a personalized link to log in directly to the portal. When you first log in, you will have a quick microphone and camera check, and it's quite important to allow access to your microphone and camera. If you accidentally block portal access to your microphone and camera, you will need to go into the browser settings and allow access. Once you are in the portal, your next step will be to join your session. Make sure you know the name of your session and the starting time. You will find your session on the agenda, and you can click Preview to enter your session. If you are in 2D mode, your session will be listed on the timeline, and if you are in 3D mode, you can simply open your AirTouch device and select Agenda. Once you enter your session, you will be in Aircast Studio, the studio environment used to manage all aspects of the session and generate the broadcast to the attendees. There will be an assigned host running Aircast Studio. If the studio has not been launched yet, you will see a message waiting for host to start Aircast Studio. It is okay to wait in this screen, and the studio will update automatically when the host starts the studio. Once Aircast Studio is open, you click on Join Green Room to get started with your presentation. Here, you will select your camera and microphone, and then click on OK. This will place you in the green room, a place to wait until the host speaks to you and brings you into the presentation. While in the green room, feel free to talk to the other presenters or watch the current presentations that are underway. When it is time for you to present, the host will add you to the preview and then add your video to the main stage. It is important to remember that while you are in the preview area, your microphone is live to the audience. Please use mute if you need, but remember to unmute when you start your presentation. You can click Screen Share if you want to share your screen. If you have a presentation with sound, be sure to tick the Share Audio checkbox. While in Aircast Studio, you have different tools to communicate with the host. The presenter chat function lets you message the host if you experience any issues or have questions. You may also hear the host speaking to you. The host can use whisper mode to speak to you so they can keep you informed about important information, such as how many seconds to starting your presentation to reminding you to introduce the next presenter that follows your presentation. When the host uses whisper mode, only the presenters can hear them, not the audience. When this happens, you typically would not respond verbally as the audience will hear you speak. If the host needs to speak directly with you, they will move you back into the green room, and there you can talk with the host. Our next recommendation is to let you know about the useful tools you have access to in Aircast Studio. If live Q&A has been enabled for your session, you can see all the questions coming from the audience in the live Q&A panel. Questions are shown in order of popularity as attendees are voting on which questions they would like to see answered first. Typically, the host would mark questions as answered. However, you can also do this as well. and when marked as answered, they will be cleared from the list of questions. Live polls are typically managed by the host. However, you can see the real-time results in the Live Poll tool. The discussion forum is a live chat between attendees. Presenters can also post comments using the discussion forum. The Attendee and Sponsor tool shows who is in the session. During your presentation, you can ask attendees to raise their hand, and you will see this in the attendee list. You can ask the host to invite attendees onto the main stage if you would like to interact with them. Breakout rooms are a way for the audience to see and talk with each other in small groups. Normally, you will know in advance if breakout rooms are being used in your session. If the host starts breakout rooms, you will see all of the breakout rooms appear in the breakout room panel. You can join into any breakout room and participate in the conversation with attendees simply by clicking Join. Once in a breakout room, you can interact with attendees and also share your screen if you are presenting. Our next recommendation is about session timing. The session will automatically start at the preset start time, and you will see a 10-second countdown time appear on the main stage. You can see at any time how long the session has to run by viewing the counters at the top of the screen. The session will typically end automatically, and you will also get a 10-second countdown unless the host has elected to manually end the session. Once your session has ended or your presentation is finished, you can leave Aircast Studio. There are a lot of recommendations here, but these recommendations will really help you to prepare for a fantastic presentation for our virtual attendees. To summarize, avoid using Wi-Fi, close unnecessary programs, join 30 minutes before your session starts, know your session name and times, click Join Green Room, and from there, your host is there to help you manage your presentation. Have a great presentation, and again, thank you for being part of our virtual program.